There are two gruesome scenes that are certainly not for the faint-hearted. They are quite painful to watch. Brightburn is a superhero horror, or should I say supervillain horror? Anyway, it's co-produced by the Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn, screenwritten by his cousin and brother, Mark and Brian, and directed by David Yarovesky, who did a relatively unknown horror movie called The Hive, released in 2014. I'm sure we all know the origin story of Superman, right? Yeah, well, what if Clark Kent didn't turn out to be a nice guy? What if the adolescent Clark Kent believes that he is better than everyone after realizing that he is physically stronger than human beings? Some terrifying shit is bound to happen for sure, and that is what this movie is about, merging the concepts of the 1976 The Omen and the 2012 Chronicle. So a baby crashes onto Earth nearby a farmhouse in the titular location and is adopted by a loving married couple, Tori and Carl Breyer, played by Elizabeth Banks and David Denman. The film never explains where the baby came from. Could be from the space hell of the Event Horizon, who knows. The child, whom the Breyers named Brandon, grew up and became a normal 12-year-old kid. But gradually he realizes that he is super strong and he has the exact same powers as Superman. And the kid turns out to be just pure evil. When people tell him he's special, he's like, I am. The film was originally scheduled to be released last November, but now it's released here in Malaysia 2 weeks before the United States, its origin country. So I went out and bought a ticket to find out how bad the movie is, but surprisingly, it isn't. It's actually a decent horror movie. It's quite scary, it's engaging, and it offers a bit of graphic gore. There are two gruesome scenes that are certainly not for the faint-hearted. They are quite painful to watch. I was pleasantly surprised to find that the movie didn't seem to be censored at all in Malaysia. Sure, the film is not really that original or groundbreaking, and it uses a simple, typical cliched horror formula and plot structure, but it allows time for the characters to develop in the first half. And that made me care enough about the parents, who are well acted by Banks and Denman. The kid, Brandon, played by Jackson A. Dunn, manages to put up a performance that's both innocent and menacing. The characters and the kill victims here are not as annoyingly dumb as they usually are in horror flicks. And even then, well, if Superman is a murderous psychopath, you'd be powerless, and all you could hope for is a quick death. It also feels like the film has an underlying message about parenting. Sometimes even when you have done all the right things as parents and have gave all your love in the world to your children, but when your kids are screwed up, sometimes there's nothing you can do to change that. They're just screwed up. The only major problem I had with the film is the unnecessary amount of loud jump scares. To a point that I wonder if I was genuinely scared by the kid and the situations, or was I just scared of the sudden loud sound that everyone knows is gonna come. You know how it goes quiet, the camera shifts left and right, and then the typical supernatural horror hide-and-seek business that never makes sense. Another minor issue I had with the film was continuity. There are scenes that don't feel like they tally with one another. Like there are scenes where the parents are freaking out about something and then in the next scene it seems like it didn't happen. But other than that, Brightburn is a decent horror drama. It's a superhero parody but terrifying and gory instead of humorous. Hardcore horror fans might be disappointed by the amount of kills, but to me, it's sufficient. I give Brightburn a 3 out of 5. There is no post-credits scene, but you should still stay for the first part of the closing credits. There are some stuff there you shouldn't miss. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you like this review, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.